No monkey will dare oppose me again. Oh wait. Hey guys, Right Norris here, and welcome to another What If video. And today we're doing a new What If. I've been sort of tossing up and down on this idea, actually thinking about whether I was actually going to do this one and whether or not it was actually going to work. But I've ultimately decided, why not? Let's give it a go. Maybe it does work. And that is, what if Freeza conquered Kanassa? But wait, didn't the Saiyans do that in his name? Yes, but what I'm suggesting is, what if Freeza went to Kanassa and did the job himself? I know what you're thinking, but nah, he just put that grunt work on the Saiyans, or maybe his lieutenants, Dodoria or Sarbon. But no, not in this case. In this case, Freeza has decided, this job is just too important to trust for anyone else. I want that psychic power. Because remember, that is the reason Freeza wanted that planet conquered in the first place. He was going off in search of psychic power, according to the Bardock TV special. And that is what we're going off, and in order to make this work, we're going to have to again mix some things from DragonBall Minus, as well as the Bardock TV special. Now, the huge change here is that Bardock and his crew do not conquer Kanassa this time around. It is Freeza and his lieutenants themselves doing the conquering. Freeza himself is actually doing the grunt work. I know. So out of character for him, really, when you stop to think about it, because Freeza usually just barks orders, his men do their jobs, and Freeza either enslaves the race or then blows the planet up from orbit, whatever's left. But not this time. Freeza is going down to Kanassa and he's looking for the psychic power himself. And he actually gets it. He actually finds it. He ends up in a one-on-one fight with the leader of the Kanassans, the same one who gives Bardock the power in the original. And the Kanassa gives Freeza the same parting gift. So remember, Freeza doesn't fully understand this power. He thinks, oh goody, I'll have psychic power, no one will dare oppose me, I'll know what they're doing before they even do it. He doesn't understand that the gift of foresight is also a curse. It's like the Kanassans, they've already seen visions that it's going to be Freeza who kills them. The horrifying reality that they will see their end. And as far as the Kanassans knew, you can't change the outcome. Ever. And that is exactly the curse that Freeza is in store for. So remember, you can't just up and have these visions whenever you want. They appear in your head at random. You can't. Freeza won't be able to control them, just like Bardock couldn't. And, as I suspect, not even the Kanassans could. So, with that in mind, Freeza has his little scuffle with the commander. The commander gets that shot in and gives Freeza the ability of foresight. And Freeza ends up passing out, just like Bardock does in the Bardock TV special, and they end up evacuating the planet to get Freeza to safety. And this is already causing some pretty nasty fallback on Freeza, because this has shown Freeza in a state of vulnerability. No one's ever gotten a shot in on Freeza. No one has ever knocked out Freeza. So this gets a lot of his lower infantry, like his new recruits, thinking, maybe this Freeza's not as good as we thought. maybe he's not so scary after all. He's supposed to be the best in the universe, but a weak Kanassa got the better of him. And this is causing a little bit of a divide in his empire. And when Freeza is eventually well rested and gets out of the healing chamber, positive alarm, hang on. Huh. Well, that's good news. Anyway, back to the story. So, when Freeza wakes up and exits the healing chamber, he's had a vision. He's had a vision that he will eventually face off against a Saiyan warrior on some weird planet. It's got a green sky, green water, and got these green guys running around. That is, of course, planet Namek. But this is where Freeza sort of makes a mess up of his premonition. The Saiyan warrior he's battling, he mistakes him for Bardock. You know. But, of course, it's actually Goku, or Kakarot, if you prefer. So remember, Goku is Bardock's spitting image, especially with that hairstyle. And Freeza actually recognized Goku as Bardock. So remember, Freeza knows Bardock. He's seen Bardock before, you know. Bardock is practically an elite member of the Freeza Force. In fact, it was supposed to be him originally to go down to Kanassa and conquer it, as we know from the Bardock TV special. And to think, he's just a lower class monkey. So, this has Freeza on his heels. And of course, he's learnt all about the distortion going on in his own ranks. And well, Freeza immediately just puts them back in their place when he obliterates about a third of his fleet. As an example of any of these rumors going on that I have been severely injured have been greatly exaggerated. As you can see with that little blast, he's fit as a fiddle. And what is he up to? He's on his way to planet Vegeta to destroy it because he's kind of freaking out about these visions. Of course, he was going to destroy the planet anyway, but now he has an even bigger incentive to do it, and that carries on as per the original story. And just like in Dragon Ball Minus, Gine and Bardock send Kakarot off-world exactly as planned, and pretty much with Goku's side of things pretty much play out the same. Goku's story on Earth pretty much plays out the same. As for Freeza, okay, Frieza's there, he has destroyed planet Vegeta. I feel so much better now. After all, this Super Saiyan can't oppose me if they're dead. And Freeza is pretty sure he got Bardock in the blast, because remember, Freeza has mistaken Bardock for this Super Saiyan. Who shall dare oppose him? But he soon starts to realize he may have been wrong, because he's still having the visions. After all, if this Super Saiyan is dead, why is he still having visions of the battle that he'll eventually have with Goku? And he does have the Freeza Force search worlds in trying to find Goku, but it's no use. Remember, Goku was sent off Earth in a space pod that was stolen by Bardock, which means it's an unauthorized launch. Freeza is trying to find a monkey in a haystack. It's not happening. And Freeza is freaking out about it. He's having nightmares about it. He is really, really on edge, and it's starting to affect his leadership skills in his empire. He's making rash decisions. He's wiping out planets that he didn't necessarily have to, or planets that had resources that they needed. Frieza, thanks to this newfound paranoia, he's basically run the planet into the ground. That's not good. He even wiped out Zarbon and Dodoria, who questioned him, and not even badly, just simple questioning, trying to get through to their emperor that he's making these really rash and bad decisions, and Frieza just wasn't having it. His judgment is being affected by these visions. Perhaps going to that planet was a mistake. Frieza's beginning to wonder. What's the point of having this foresight power if I can't even control it? And so, with that in mind, Frieza then has to make a decision. He can either continue to be victimized by these visions, or he can try to take advantage of them and learn from them. He knows sooner or later he's going to battle this Saiyan. He did attempt to change that future by blowing up the planet, but he has no idea when this is supposed to happen. It could be years down the line. It could be years away yet. So Frieza actually decides that from now on, when his men go to conquer planets, Frieza actually starts doing the grunt work himself. He's going down there with the men and taking on the opposing military. Why is he doing this? It's part of his training, as it were. Frieza has decided he's going to make himself stronger. I'm going to do that barbaric thing that the Saiyans do. What was that? Training. I'll tell you, when I meet this Super Saiyan, I'm going to make him pay for all the effort I'm putting into this. Remember, Frieza has not trained a day in his life. And joining the men, actually being a part of his men, will for starters help boost morality for his men. As well, he will get stronger in the process. And of course, he can always train by himself as well, and push himself to new heights that way. However, news of what Frieza is doing has reached his father, King Cold, who is deeply concerned about his son's actions. Not sure I like what my son is doing here. He's wiped out some of his most trusted lieutenants, destroyed a third of his fleet, and he's what? Doing the grunt work himself? That is not the boy I raised. What is going on? This sounds like Cooler all over again. So, King Cold is on his way to have a bit of a chat with his son about his recent behavior. And I think, for right now, that is where we're going to leave things. So what do you guys think? This is definitely a different what if. What do you guys reckon? You reckon this will work? Let me know in the comments if you like what I'm doing with this. Because remember, Frieza's got the foresight this time. And I was hoping to make this sort of what if for your Frieza fans out there. You know, I'm a bit of a Frieza fan myself. My favorite villain in Dragon Ball. So I wanted to do something that's sort of entertaining and comedic for the character, but also doesn't stray from who he is and interferes with the character we know. That old chestnut. And now with King Cold on his way, I wonder what's going to happen now that Frieza is actually making himself stronger. And that's going to be a story or another time. Alright, I'll catch you later and I'll see you again in the next video.